Good morning. I stand here with all my cells trembling. And 2 weeks ago, I stood at a point with my cells in my heart trembling and took the opportunity to think, to bring thinking into love, into my inner, and to claim this work and my participation in this project. So I read some of what I wrote. I begin with a quote from Joanna Macy. The most remarkable feature of this historical moment on Earth is not that we are on the way to destroying the world. We've actually been on the way for quite a while. It is that we are beginning to wake up, as from a millennia-long sleep, to a whole new relationship to our world, to ourselves, and to each other. I bring it to myself. The most remarkable feature of my current situation is not that I'm on the way to destroying my love relationship. I actually have been destroying and sabotaging love in all my so-called relationships I have ever lived. It is that I'm beginning to wake up after thousands of years of patriarchy to a whole new relationship to love and eros, and how these powers want to operate through me. I am a woman on a threshold. When I listen, my dreams tell me to go slow. Simultaneously, fast waves of reaction ripple in my consciousness. In a moment of uncertainty, I crash. My system is flooded with fear. When we unconsciously react in fear, our thoughts are not autonomous. The emotions we allow to steer us are part of a collective field of fear. The political theory, the foundation and geistic roof of the piecework of Tamera is based on interconnection and holography. We are a unified body of consciousness, constantly in communication with all of life, steered by a field of informational patterns that create energy fields. Informational fields can be tapped into and fed through our thoughts, feelings, and actions. A central thought written by Dieter Doom states, "There is the world that has created us, and there is the world we have created. These two worlds must come together. This is the aim of our journey." The dominant field humanity is currently operating on is an outdated system. The informational programming humanity has been running on since the rise of patriarchy and the beginning of agriculture, the world we have created, is faulty. At its core, it is based on a wrong thought. We are separate. Humanity cut itself from its source through taking over life, taking power over life. We stepped out of connection with creation. We created personal rights, the power, the right to have property, to own what we once held as sacred. We began to exert our power over our co-creatures, our planet, and other people. Once we were stewards of the earth, Now our giving is replaced by taking. What we once honored as our relatives became resources to use and consume. We denied the divine feminine and earth-sharing traditions. The goddess was hidden, and women with medicine and wisdom were hunted and killed. Another field is also at play: the world that has created us, latently running through all of life, springing up in many people and communities on earth. This is the sacred matrix of life. Beside all violence, the healing entelechy of life has survived. Beside all suffering, the human heart still opens. In the book Terra Nova, Global Revolution and the Healing of Love, Dieter Doom writes, "To free the world from violence and war, we need to flip a global switch. It is that switch which determines whether holograms of fear and violence or holograms of trust and cooperation are downloaded from the cosmic database. We have the power to flip the switch in every moment. Each time we do, new neural passageways in our thinking contribute to local and global energetic information fields. We reached a point as humanity where our species, if not our entire planet, is at risk if we don't change our track. It's so unbearable to take in the reality of the world we have created that we shield our hearts to perceive the suffering. I had a moment when I opened to perceive the suffering, when I visited Rwanda last year and entered into a story so strong of suffering, where I opened myself to stand in the shoes of the perpetrator, to study the thinking, the politics that made it possible for me to kill. There the prayer rose, may I live my life in a way that makes violence impossible. So we have the opportunity to decide. And I'm becoming a witness of my thoughts, where my thoughts create fear. A friend from Israel and co-worker for Peace Research Village, Middle East, asked me if I can see the parallel of my love situation and the situation of Israel wanting to control the Holy Land. What would a positive picture of peaceful cohabitation look like? If I truly love this man, how do I perceive him and his lovers? Here in Tamera, we research the social structures and new thoughts for the creation of trust. For women to overcome competition and come together and support each other in their full power and full love. I am a woman at the end of patriarchy. I am becoming aware of the power of civil disobedience through my thoughts. New experiences of trust and autonomous thinking disempower the field of fear and scarcity. My peace research begins with me because the urgency of changing my suffering into service is so strong and ever present in my consciousness. I am so grateful to be part of a community doing this work, of students for this month, of committed guides and teachers researching how to create a field of trust. And I reveal myself in my emerging truth and in the places I am stuck. I am grateful to not be identified with my identification again and again, to be allowed to enter into community and to be given back that which will help me birth the new. Yeah, the beginnings of feeling trust for the healing that happens, and that I am not what I sometimes appear as. Yeah. I am encouraged by the possibility that with the positive steps I take, I contribute to a collective field of healing where love can flourish according to its true and free nature once again. Thank you.